Yeah, welcome to night 2. It is the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations live. Thanks to Alpine Stars, FMF, ASV, and Maxxis for back at our show. Jason Weigandt, Steve Matthes, Jason Thomas here. But how about the king, Jeremy McGrath, and the holeshot challenge? We got to get you out of here, but this is awesome.
Yeah, what's up, you guys? Good to be here. So stoked to be at the Nations. I mean, this is once in a while we get to see a race like this. We are doing the holeshot challenge right over here. We got Reed against Tedesco. You can hear it behind us. We got a great group of guys. Should be fun. We have not done it in front of a crowd like this, so it's pretty exciting.
This is something cool. You've done this at a couple of races now, MC. Listen, you were a great starter. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know who did this bracket, but you're going against Jeff Emig in the first round.
Another great starter.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it's your contest, couldn't you rig it to do somebody worse than Jeff Emig?
Well, I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to pick RC? I mean,
Yeah.
well, I don't know.
Well, we just saw Reed take Tedesco down.
Yeah.
We're trying to go error correct here.
Okay,
right? A little
fair.
bit.
We got Reed Tedesco round 1, RV and RC round 2, Bradshaw Stanton round 3, and you and Emig round 4.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully I can get through that. We're doing best 2 out of 3. It's double elimination. If I don't win 2 races out of 3, I'm on the trailer.
It's your contest.
Yeah, my game, my rules. I better do well, right?
Yeah, there you go. You got to go?
No, I'm going to be leaving right now, but you guys make sure you tune in, check it out. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, we got the drone coverage. Thanks,
I
MC.
hope I don't see you guys very soon.
Yeah, that's right. It means he's still in it. This is one of the coolest innovations, and he has done this at a bunch of other events. I saw it at King of the Hammers, the off-road trucks and off-road bikes, but they threw this together. We're lucky that they got legends in it tonight. But they'll pull randoms out of the crowd at some of the other events.
We were saying before you got here, Weege, you think this will get competitive at all? You think?
It probably already is.
You think? Oh, well, listen, I've already hung out with RV today. He's upset. He says Jeremy's bike's Prado's bike, and it's lowered.
Yeah, they got a
and
factory
that.
bike allegedly from McGrath.
And RV saying yeah, it's a whole thing.
Think how far we've come. These guys, a lot of these guys didn't like each other at one point in time. Jeremy and Jeff really didn't like each other. We've come so far in the last 25 years. We're going to unwind all of that here tonight.
And we're seeing a screen right now. So it looks like Reedy won the first 2, so he advances to round 2 against Ivan Tedesco. So there we go. There's the first winner of the night, Chad Reed.
Okay.
Who was on this show last night.
That's RC. Who was
That's
that?
RC.
Oh,
and
RV.
Bradshaw? Somebody took RC there.
RV's, no, that is, okay. Well, maybe the brackets are not right.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
We literally have just fans coming up on stage. I don't even know. Yeah. All right, there we go. Hey, we're doing a show. Hey, I appreciate that. Yes. So anyway, the McGrath holeshot challenge. Thanks to Monster Energy actually for putting that together. Great way to keep the crowd entertained. You got Rocket Rob Bitus hyping the crowd up behind us.
Oh, so we have RV and RC going right now. So RV is running 100.
I don't know what's happening.
Yep.
Why is he doing that?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
because
so
OMC's 2, so he couldn't be also 2? Is right.
It's a battle of number 2.
Is this AMA rules?
No, most definitely not, and not FIM either.
No.
All right, so we're going to talk also what happened today on the big racetrack.
Yep.
The one with the actual start of Ironman Raceway. Breaking news, everybody. The Lawrence brothers out of Australia, factory Honda, very good.
Oh,
they win a lot of races,
Yeah,
and today they won their classes, JT. These kids
That
are
checks
really
out.
good riders.
That checks out. Really, like, we knew they were going to be good. Like, last year, track they really, I don't even know if Jeff had.
Carmichael just got a win there. Yep.
I don't know if Jet had ever raced a Mountain before, and they go in and they win for the first time ever. Now they're coming to a track that they have been extremely successful at over the last 5 years. It feels like it was a little inevitable that they were going to be great.
It's a good thing that they're not great riders and great starters.
Yeah, and they're on the same team and the same team. Yeah.
And Kyle Webster got a factory Honda HRC bike.
And they've never raced here before. Like.
Oh yeah, it's going to be tough to beat. But we got the guy whose job is to figure out a way to beat Team Australia.
Absolutely.
We are actually joined by Mike Pelletier, AMA Racing Director and Team Manager of Team USA. You guys had the Dax Tech, the 35th gate pick. What's the atmosphere over there? Ended up 5th overall today. Dejected, confident. Where are we at?
Confident, for sure.
Confident.
Yeah, 5th's a lot better than 35th, right?
Okay.
So we're going to take those wins and go in, and those boys rode really hard and really great. And It's hard starting 35th on that gate. It's somewhat even depending where you're talking, but
Yep.
you know, like we saw in RJ at the end, you can also pinch off pretty quick. So.
Yeah, what was the strategy there? We saw Eli go outside, and we've seen starts pulled outside, but then RJ went inside. What was the strategy talk with that?
We really wanted to try to beat him up that inside on that open class, and we just got pinched at the end. But I think he came from near the back to P13 like half a lap in. He was just on a dog mission.
But because there was inside gates open for Eli.
There was.
But
Yeah, there's 3 open. We kept him outside. That's where we wanted to go.
Yeah, okay.
And Justin Cooper just absolutely yanked it from out there, too.
Yep.
He did. So we're watching MXGP qualifying race highlights. Tomac started next to last. We watched him out of the gate. Jet Lawrence, Ken Roczen got out front early. Did I hear that Tomac's whole shot device came up early?
It did. Popped as soon as he let the clutch out, it came off, and it threw him off. But he salvaged what he could, came back to 9th. It was a great ride, that group.
Yeah, and you could see it immediately as soon as he didn't get the jump. Ruben Fernandez cut across.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, as far as like Eli's chances of running at the front effectively were over when Ruben Fernandez cut across that front tire. That's the difficulty of the bad gate pick, right? You're subject to one little thing going wrong. Your race is going to be effectively a lot harder.
Yeah, there's Tomac working his way forward. You see, he's the number 4 this weekend as the MXGP rider. JT, you call these MXGP races all the time. That class specifically is really fun to watch. Jet 1, Roczen 2nd, but there's so much talent in there.
Well, that MXGP class is stacked. World champions everywhere, and it's really every country's best. That's what you're getting. So it is a really difficult ask, and that's what I was so worried about Eli Tomac, because in a normal race, had he been in MX Open with a bad start, he can move forward a la RJ. It's a lesser talented class than that MXGP. So for Eli, you're up against, like, you're going to move through Febvre and Geiser and champion after champion. Like, it's just a really tough thing to do. So I think getting inside the top 10, while I'm sure he wasn't thrilled about it, it was still a salvaged ride.
And Ken Roczen rode great for 2nd. As far as the track is concerned, I actually talked to Hunter and Jet Lawrence on another show about an hour ago, and Hunter said the track feels way different than the National. Either it's other riders and the lines they create, or the prep, or the weather. What are the American riders saying? Does it seem like normal Ironman, or is it an adjustment?
I haven't really talked about it, but it does seem a little different. I think it's all of the above that you just said, kind of all combined together.
Well,
but
we had Blue Crew races this morning with 65s and 85s, so I don't know how much prep was done with that.
Right.
And then I felt, the guys I talked to said it's harder packed and more slippery than usual Ironman.
Yes.
So maybe not enough water, or I should say not as much water put down. It did seem different from people I talked to.
I heard RJ mention this in a couple interviews, that they haven't had really any rain here anytime recently.
Yeah.
So they're trying to add moisture into it. Instead of coming in with a pretty fertile, wet, moisturized dirt they have now, they're chasing it. And once you're chasing, it's really hard to get in front of it.
Mike Peltier, a question for you too. How's the new truck? You guys got a different truck for MXDN? How's that thing?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We got donated for us, so they're willing to donate for here and France for us next year, which is awesome. It's got its own office. We've been reviewing footage, bringing the guys in there, a little quiet space. Instead of their own trucks, just getting that unity in one truck to go everything together, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
We were joking in the press conference yesterday. A heck of a 2 weeks for the team manager of Team USA. Take us through this whole process of filling 2 of the 3 spots.
Man, it's hard. You know, you lose one guy, you don't want to, especially this close to the race, but 2 guys going down, unfortunately, for Chase and Hayden. And Hayden gave it the best shot he could. He rode up as late as he could, and he just couldn't do it. Justin Cooper as soon as we knew Hayden wanted to ride, Justin Cooper went down and just kept training. After 31 weeks of racing, he decided to keep training on a maybe. And it played out for him that he's in. And RJ jumped at it right away last week, and it's just awesome. And I can tell you this team feels great. Even between motos, you know, they put the headsets on between the riders and started discussing line choices and things. So we're really bonded over there, and it's great.
So how do you do the math of, okay, I personally believe that Hayden Deegan is likely the best 250 motocross racer on earth, right? It's arguable. We could have found out this weekend. Justin Cooper is also fantastic, right? So where does the math come in of a Hayden Deegan not quite at 100% versus Justin Cooper at 100% but hasn't raced at 250? Like, how does that whole thing like math out when you guys are working through this?
Yeah, it's hard. And when Hayden rode, we gave him the best chances. The 2-time motocross champion, right? We're going to give him that opportunity to see what he can do. He just couldn't go, and it really didn't come down to, I think I can be 80%. He just said, I can't do this.
I heard he was significantly off of Justin Cooper at the farm, time-wise.
Well, that makes it easy.
It was no question where it was like, hey, man, can't quite be there.
He wanted to. He gave it everything he could, and he made that choice, too. I just can't do it for the
It's
team.
almost better. Like, it's almost better
yeah.
for him to not be close. Like, if it's close and he's like, I think I can, and everyone's like, I don't know. Like, that puts you in a really tough spot, I would guess.
And when you have Justin Cooper on the Star 250, it's still basically the same team, which is a nice transition. When we
That's where I was going. Like, last year we saw Cooper Webb step up, right? And he rode great, and it was fantastic for him to do that. It seemed like right from the start, from Vegas SMX, Justin Cooper was like, I'm in. I'll do it. Like, I heard that night, Justin Cooper's like, all right. So, like, really easy to do. Really just simple plug and play, you know?
Yeah, when it got that late, too, when we're trying to decide the MX2 rider, you know, we can't let RJ and Husky wait too long. Like, I can't call him today and say, hey, what are you doing? You know, so we had to make that decision, too.
And you look at the France a few years ago, hey, can you go? No. Okay. We need 3 more days. Can you go? No. We need 3 more days.
Like, imagine if that had been a race in France, right? Logistically, oh my gosh.
Being home, thankful it was home, for sure.
We're watching MX2 qualifying race highlights here. So we'll get to the Justin Cooper thing here. So Sasha Kunin doing what he usually does, getting out front early. Simon Langenfelder was also up there. They kind of dropped him a bit. Kida Wolf moved up and Cooper to third. JT, I really feel like maybe Justin Cooper for Team USA might have had the best performance because he looked like the 250 was fine.
Yeah, he looked great, and I really think that Kida Wolf kind of woke him up.
Yeah.
I think in the first few laps he was trying to figure things out, like their muscle memory, hasn't raced the 250 in a long time, certainly hasn't raced these guys, maybe ever.
Yeah.
And I think when Kida Wolf kind of got aggressive with him, he's like, all right, I got to go here. Like, I need to get with the program, and you saw him really respond, which was encouraging because it seemed like it started coming back to him pretty quickly. I mean, he's ridden the 250, what, 3 days, you know? So to get back there that quickly and be in the fight with the best MX2 guys, I thought was very encouraging on day one.
Yeah, did he seem to be in an adjustment period, Mike, or is it like, nah, I'm pretty much where I want to be on this bike?
Honestly, it didn't seem like it today. We tried different things in free practice and all of those, but he seemed comfortable from the get-go on the days he was down there and showed up, and he's quiet, he's ready to rip, and he showed it today what he's got.
Do you know if you're making any bike changes to the 3 guys after today? Anything where they came in and like, hey, I got to do anything?
Nothing major.
Because I know there's a fork change for Cooper this morning, right?
Yep.
A fork change in qualifying, so
nothing major at the conversation tonight. And we're going to study a lot of footage tonight and try to pick those inside-outside gates. And it's kind of a unique start too, and at Ironman, so it's going to be interesting.
Well, I think when people see that MXGP style start, which is that tight 180 right-hander, a lot of tracks, it's inside dominant. But we saw Tomac pull 2 hole shots here in August from the outside. And talking to some of the inner working folks on your team, they're like, no, outside gates, because of that berm they built up, that might end up being the place to go.
Yeah, and when we saw 35th, none of us really panicked, right? Because it kind of plays into that favor. That choice is when you start seeing 1 or 2 or 3 gates left on the inside, that's the choice like we tried to make with RJ, but those wanted to go outside like Eli and Justin Cooper, and it worked.
So overall, Mike Pelletier, man, you're happy with the team's performance today? Like,
very happy.
Is it as expected, better than expected?
I think as expected.
As expected,
honestly,
okay.
Yeah. I know they're going to rip it, and they're going to keep doing that tomorrow, and I know they're going to come in swinging, and it's going to be good.
So interesting question, and you may not know, maybe you haven't had this conversation yet, but you know, the way this race is structured, you're going to have to make choices about who gets what gate. This track is not inside dominant for the start, right? Where normally it's like, who's getting the gate? Who's getting that inside gate? And it's so powerful. Here, I think the math changes a little bit where Eli may be like, I kind of want to be a little bit outside anyway, so maybe give it to Jacob, which he maybe goes in the middle.
Don't you think because you're 5th pick, you have the option of being like, hey, where are the other guys going? If they put their MX2 guy on the inside.
But they're not, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they're going to go inside anyway. Like, I think the middle is kind of where you want to be.
Well,
so it's more of like, who do you want to get the middle?
Pick, depending on who gets first pick for other countries is how I would react. Like, and being 5th pick is almost nice because you're like, okay, who's going here? Maybe you'll say differently, but to me, that's what I would do.
Yeah, and it's hard because sometimes when you get down there, then you see who's lining up where, right? And you don't know until that point. So we got all the footage of the starts. We're going to dissect that overnight, and we're going to sit with the team tomorrow and kind of come up with that best decision. But to your point, we saw guys, you know, at some of the GPs, they start lining up in order down the start line. 100%. You don't see that here. You got guys going by the box. You got guys going inside. They're all over the place.
I was kind of thinking it sets up nicely for Eli because, and not that we're talking about Team Australia, but Hunter falls in this game. They like to drift outside on the start. So if you're going to be outside anyway, with a 25th or 25th pick, it's a pretty good setup. Right? It doesn't seem very. It doesn't.
25th gate.
Right. 25th pick. Right. It doesn't seem very punitive in that way.
Yeah.
Speaking of starts, McGrath eliminating Emig in the whole shot challenge. Yeah, got him.
All right.
So Emig's parked, and we'll see what the next matchup is. Maybe we'll get
we should have been keeping track and marking this. We should have been marking the winners, but
we know. Okay. We have Reed, RC.
Oh, RC1?
Oh, it just
Bradshaw
mentally you did it.
And McGrath.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Good. Well done, JT. True professional.
JT, I thought, to me, obviously there were some standouts, but Lucas Kunin,
Yeah.
I mean, he fell twice within 100 feet, and he
But this is what he's been doing.
He looked. I mean, we knew he would be good, but to me, I'm like, that guy can run with Jet. Not beat him, but that guy can run with Jet. I think. Like, he was impressive.
I mean, the first moto of the final GP, he won by 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. Like that kid is the real deal. Now, whether he can beat Jet or not, that's going to be a question we ask.
I just say
every
run
rider.
with him. I'm just saying run with him.
Right. But I think if anybody was wondering, like, but is he really that guy? Like, today's performance coming from a first turn crash through the pack, passing Eli the way he did, like. Yeah, he's going to be in America sometime and do a lot of damage.
My knee hurt watching that crash. Though. Holy smokes!
Oh wow,
jeez.
Yeah, but man, did he come through? He passed Eli coming through, and I don't know, JT. We've been talking about this all week. I don't know how many American fans even know of Lucas.
Well,
Kunin.
I wrote. You edit this article, but I wrote it and I said there are going to be a lot of people asking all day long, who are those Kunin kids?
Yes.
All day on Sunday.
Yes.
And we're already starting.
The MX2. And that's the thing. I think everybody's like, how do you solve Australia? But you really don't know who you're going to be battling in this race.
Right. It's not just Australia. I can tell you that. Just like we saw Eli coming through, those classes are stacked.
Yeah.
Like it's tough,
man.
You know.
It's a battle for the podium.
Absolutely.
Like I mean, Koldenhoff went out today. I don't think he races tomorrow, so that maybe takes Netherlands down a step. But man,
well, they're pretty much out if he can't go. Right.
The battle's going to be on.
And shout out to Everts. Everts was closing back in towards the end. He's fast. You know, Belgium's tough.
No, Belgium's going to be
Belgium's
really tough.
probably the sneakiest team.
Yeah.
Like that nobody was really thinking about. Everts on the big bike, but like realistically, you should have. You had a guy that can win, has won a lot of MXGPs, a lot of MX2 races. Everts was the wild card, but if Everts rides like he did today, there's no reason they won't be in podium contention.
Another guy that was impressive, Joe Shimoda, not part of Team USA, but he rode well, second behind Hunter Lawrence. That was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't say it was too unexpected. I've heard Joe's been ripping on a 450,
Yes.
so he rode great.
I called him for a top 5 in a moto tomorrow. I mean, he's been on it, and he's peaking right at the right time.
Yeah.
His riding style to me is perfect for a 450. Like it's awesome, right? Awesome. I mean, you always say that, but I really think in Joe's case,
well, everybody always says, "Well, I'm better on a 450," right? That's the standard,
right?
You know, the old cliche. But yeah, he looked great. I think it's going to be. Not that we didn't see that already today, but the starts are going to be really important tomorrow. You think about how it shaped up today. That MXGP class, we saw how hard it was to move forward. Well, now double the competition, right? Like add in all the other guys. Add in even the 250 guys like DeWolf and Kunin. Those guys are ripping on 250, so you're not going to be able to just blow past them on a 450. So it was very important today. We saw how difficult it is, the 35th pick. If you're 25th on the first lap with that type of lineup, it's gonna be a long afternoon. You might be looking at a throwaway.
We got Chad Reed and RV going at it.
Reed and RV, 2011-ish. Mike, there are some differences in rules here, even though it's an American track. The bikes are shockingly quiet, like crazy quiet. What do we got on the start? Oh, moving over.
Almost got some contact.
Is that Villopoto moving
That's like
over
what I
on
did
Chad?
to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. Hope he was wide open. The bike sound is different. Some mechanics wearing helmets for the start practice. I know they have to run steel axles and things like that. Do you have someone that combs through this rule book to pick all these things apart?
Yeah, our tech guys with J-Bone and everything go through it. Tim McAdams, I'm pretty familiar with it just by working alongside the FIM for so long.
Yes.
But there's some big differences, and that sound rule is new for this year in the MXGP. We haven't had that in the States yet, but that is the 109 decibel, and that's a big change.
What's it like for you,
Shocking.
Mike? You've been
How
a big part
change.
of Team USA, obviously, but now Roger stepped aside. You are the manager, which, by the way, I was kind of giggling about Mike Pelletier talking to Hayden Deegan about, hey, you can't do that at Vegas SMX. And, hey, by the way, I'm also your manager for MXDN.
Did that cross your mind a time or two?
I was really rubbing my hands together with that. But anyways, aside from that, what's it been like? You're the guy. Again, you've been a big part of it. But what's this role like?
Honestly, when Roger stepped aside at Redbud, we kind of knew it was coming. We didn't know when, and he just decided to this year. And we've been preparing for this a little bit behind the scenes, and we were going to leave it up to Roger. Roger was in control of that, but chose it. And going through the industry, I went through all the teams, the OEMs, industry insiders. I said, this is the best opportunity to have me do it, and then the unbiasedness. We can hear about rider contracts, lingering injuries they won't share with anybody else. That just helps going into that selection.
Yep.
And now with me as the manager, we work with each team manager of each rider.
Yeah.
So they're going to do what they do thousands of times every single weekend. This is what they do. We kind of connect those dots for team unity, do all of that, and we're seeing that in play right now.
Yeah.
It's really good.
You mentioned that in the press conference, and Reed just beat Villopoto, so they each won one.
Is it the right gate?
Oh, maybe.
So MC told us if they go 1-1, they draw.
Switch. Oh, they draw.
They draw a
Oh,
ballot
really?
on
It's
the
going to be a
gate
draw.
pick,
Okay. That was really interesting. You mentioned that on Friday. that sometimes the riders with, say, a guy like Roger who works for one specific team, they might not want to tell him things that he could exploit at other races, and they're maybe a little more open for you.
Sure, they are open, and I want to defend Roger in some of that too, because Roger was great. He truly is unbiased. I think the perception sometimes was that, but he was really good. But even things, if there's something going on with a motorcycle, they can come tell us, and we just know what's going on behind the scenes a little more, maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what they need to tell him is like, my motorcycle has a mind of its own. Sometimes it runs into other people, so don't find me. That was the motorcycle's fault. I just need to fill you in on this.
Mike,
Sometimes my bike does crazy things.
Mike, you say it. It's not even
I told
me. I'm
you.
not even
I told you
right,
at St. Louis that
right.
this might happen.
One more thing. I think you want to be adamant about this. So it doesn't run through your mind like, hey, I'm the rule referee guy and I'm the team manager. These are separate. That's how you look at it.
100%. As soon as I woke up Sunday morning in Vegas, I pulled the tear off from Vegas, and I was making phone calls of what we're going to do for Team USA. That became priority and paramount. So just flip
had
the
to pull a
switch.
tear off though.
Called
Vegas
Hayden,
is a little.
called Hayden's like, hey, about last night.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
My bad.
We're going to talk
Vegas.
about your surgery.
Vegas.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, Mike, we'll let you go. That's team manager of Team USA
Appreciate
and the
you guys.
AMA racing
Thanks,
director,
Mike.
Mike
Appreciate you guys.
Pelletier.
Awesome.
I like Mike. I've been around a long time. I dealt with a lot of AMA guys. I like Mike.
He was the right choice.
Yeah, I like
He
Mike.
was the right choice.
You know, wasn't
for
it Michael
Careful.
Jordan campaign?
Yeah.
I like Mike.
I like Mike. Yes,
Mike.
like Nike. Okay, here's the showdown. Villopoto versus Reed. Oh, wow, is that close?
Oh, Reed.
Chad gets it done.
Chad gets
Chad.
it done.
Payback for the
Whoa.
2011 title.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had you.
Revenge is best served
Okay,
cold.
so what's RV's excuse going forward? What is RV's excuse going forward?
Yeah.
It was just a little kind of a James would say a baby gift.
Oh, okay,
from
yeah.
2011.
Oh, baby gift.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, got it.
Hey, we got another big-time guest. So Reed eliminates Villopoto, and we're joined by none other than Ken Roczen. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And by the way, great ride today, second in MXGP. Are you pumped on that?
I'm really pumped. Honestly, I pulled a great start, which I haven't gotten in a long time, and then just hung in there. It was a really good. It's a very tricky track. We have a lot of different soil. You have a little sandy areas, wood chips. In the woods right here, it's very hard packed, little rocky. You know what I mean? There's a lot going
I'm hearing
on.
more slippery than usual.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very slippery.
Okay.
I cannot even tell you. Coming out of the woods, that left-hander where you end up having the split lane, it doesn't matter how careful I am and mindful about the ease of the throttle, and you still always slide out. It's tricky.
And today we're watching. We're up there in the pit lane, and we're like, Ken Roczen, man.
That is so Ken Roczen.
That's so Ken Roczen right there.
But what about his early laps?
I know.
I like him every time. I'm like, watch this. This guy's about to go nuts on this
Yeah,
first
yeah.
lap right here.
I
And-
calmed down a little bit.
No, you're not out of control. It's just like the burst you have is really uncommon. Like
But
most
also-
people can't do that.
Also raising his game when he needs to,
For sure.
I was a little worried coming here just because, with motocross, it is all about seat time. And then I did that truck race last weekend, right? So I got home. It was a very short week. And I rode Tuesday for like 30 minutes. I rode Wednesday for like 30 minutes. Then I was out of there. And I'm like, all right, here we go. This is going to be
so
different.
that's all you did.
Yeah, I haven't ridden since Vegas. And then I just rode a little bit this week. But then we had to come here, right? And you can't, it's not like I can light the world on fire on Tuesday and Wednesday,
I'll just get second in the world.
Must be nice. Must be nice to be that talented.
Yeah.
No.
And I think people forget you have this standard. 2023, you did jump in and out. You almost won High Point. You won your class at Donations that year, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how many people remember that year you were healthy. Last 2 years, you've been coming back from injury also.
Yeah, so going into it, I truly didn't know where I would stack up.
Yeah.
But at least what I could rely on that all summer, I was experimenting with myself, and I was doing a lot of work, and then it doesn't always have to be riding, but with a lot of other stuff, so I just kept myself up. I was fit, I was strong, and I didn't know what to expect coming there. And it ended up being really good, but now I know, I'm like, man, last couple of years, like the ankle took a lot longer than I thought. Like it's just been kind of hard to be at my A game, but nonetheless, when you come here, it all goes out the window and you got to do your best, which I always do. But now, like for the future, like I'm hoping that next year, I'm staying healthy, but then I know a lot more what I can bank on when I am healthy. Not necessarily racing, like I don't have to race all summer, but then at least I can come here and be like, okay, I had seat time, I did motos, I kind of just know my body better in that environment. And then we'll go from there. So it's just, the last couple of years. It sucks because I have the summers off, right? I have time to do my hobbies and have fun, but I'm laid up the last couple of years with my legs, you know what I mean? So it's been a little bit annoying that way, but I guess that's how it goes.
Not a lot of surfing? Not a lot of surfing going on?
No, I stepped on the board a few weeks ago, like once I was able to again, but other than that, no, like I haven't really done any of my hobbies.
He's probably like the face of Suzuki motorcycling globally at this point, right? Like
They don't have a
MotoGP gone.
MotoGP.
He's
Nothing.
of course the face of Suzuki motocross. Like you're the guy. Suzuki Motorcycling, this is the guy. Yellow Magic.
Yellow Magic.
Yellow Magic.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
But we're getting excited because we've heard about the Japanese coming to visit, hanging around. Does that get you excited?
No, absolutely, it
Yeah.
does. And they were here during SMX, which I didn't do any testing because I was in between races. I like my bike. I just left it the way it is. There's, testing coming up, but we had to kind of get through SMX and like all this stuff going on, destinations. It's been a really busy time the last 5 weeks. And then once we're past that, and of course I'm racing some WSX, but there is going to be, some more testing going on with stuff. But it's just, it hasn't been the time yet to really throw that in. I really need a chunk of time of being home. I need to step up my game when it comes to training still. Like there's a couple of levels I want to go up, but for me to be able to do that, I have to be home, do my thing, kind of get miserable, get tired, keep going. There's just a certain way to go about it, and I haven't had that time lately due to racing. So I got some stuff up in the plans, but I kind of like winging it too a little bit. There's
So,
just
like, with Suzuki coming back, if there's one area on your motorcycle that you could say, like, this would make me, and obviously not specifics, but, like, this would take me to a better place come January, where do you feel like you could be better on with the motorcycle?
Well, we are always doing a little bit of clutch stuff. Like, I think coming to the team, that was the biggest thing we were working on. I did most clutch testing because I'm like, man, something ain't right. So it was that, figuring it out. Obviously, the electric start, we can talk about it over and over, but that's a big deal. But I also tread carefully because anytime you bolt something on, it does get heavier. There's more swinging and motion going on. So I have to see, but I think we have some links in the works for suspension. Because right now, for the last 3 years, I've been on stock linkage at all times, you know what I mean? So I haven't really had anything to try and improve that. Yeah, exactly. So you do your testing with it. That's also a good thing, just because, when you have all these parts to go through, it can get very confusing and it's tough, right? So it's a good and a bad thing. But now we have some more links, and obviously with REP.
You got Kyle Chisholm testing through some stuff. You got Chiz working on some stuff. So
yeah, exactly. So the electric start, and then overall, I just, power is always a thing. Like, I was actually very shocked. A couple of years ago, I put a stock motor in there, and I was expecting it to be kind of close to what I had, just
not close.
Oh my God.
No, not
close. Because, I don't know, some other brands, like what I know from the past, the stock bikes have gotten so fast, so then make it faster, and then tuning it right with mapping is sometimes what you need in your pocket, and we're a little bit maxed out with our stuff, you know what I mean? So I would like maybe a little bit different power sometimes. There's so many ways to go about it. Yeah, move it around a little bit, do some mapping stuff. So I think it's a little bit of, not everything, but kind of, we're still testing clutch stuff. And
I assume you came with two 30-minute sessions. I'm sure you came into this with sort of a Unadilla base, whatever you race with.
All of it.
Okay. Did you change anything today, like after qualifying? Like, what'd you do? Or?
No. So I just went a little stiffer. It was a little bit busy, a little bit soft, kind of spongy. So it kind of, I couldn't really pinpoint exactly where I'm going exiting turns. So we're trying. I told him I don't want ride a different motorcycle, but I just need to beef it up a tiny bit. And then if crap hits the fan, like, I'll go back to base and just deal with it. Right. But I want to at least try and give it a chance.
But I assume it worked for the race. Yeah.
It worked fine. It when it's like that and it's busy and springy, it does beat you up a little bit more. So I think I have more in the tank, actually. I just need a tiny little bit of help. So we had a game plan. We made a change. I'll try it in practice. I don't want to overthink it. But if I'm, like, really uncomfortable, I'm like, man, I need to just go back, then I'll just go back and deal with that.
You mentioned the clutch. What is it? Starts? Is it something you feel coming in and out of corners? I think most fans would be like, how could the clutch make that big of a difference?
There's a million things to try with a clutch.
Really?
100%.
Give me an idea of a part of the track where that affects you.
I mean, the biggest thing is obviously starts,
yes.
But also in the beginning stages, I just had this kind of clutch slippage going on that kept me from, I'm like, this thing is slipping. I have a brand new everything, but it was slipping, and I'm like, it can't, like, I get hung up in whoops, like, I come hammering in there, and by the end of it, I'm like way slower, like, so that was a big thing. And then, basically consistency on the start, like, there's just still some things every now and then that are inconsistent, but I honestly had that problem on I think the Suzuki actually lately, it's probably the most consistent I've gotten it, but no matter what team I was at, the clutch was something that I feel like is the most inconsistent.
We had a super cool, at Yamaha when I was there, we had a super cool little top hat with a screw in it, and you can change your release point, by moving the rod in and out, and that's something the riders would jack with a lot. Yeah. Just on different soil, change the release point,
Yeah, and you got to say, too, before coming back to Suzuki, I was on hydraulic clutch then for a long time, right? So I feel like they're more finicky with bleeding it, and, you have air in it, and just like, I don't know, I wasn't really keen on it. And I do think that the cable clutch for me, I've gotten used to it, but you know, with the little clutch arm on the bottom, like there can be little inconsistencies, and when you have a leverage difference like that, it just makes a massive difference on the pole.
You got plates wearing, you got a heat, you got the cable wearing, you got everything, aluminum wearing, all of it.
You know, there's a different way with clutch plates. Like there's so many setups you can do, and certain things work good on the track, but they're not good on the start. You don't want it to be mushy on the start, but you can't have it be notchy and like very on-off. You know what I mean? So there's just so time-consuming. You know.
Going to the race today, Spies, Langenfelder, what'd they say to you? What you guys debrief about? What'd they say?
So me and Simon, we were actually watching the last race together in my bus. I mean, he was pretty solid, right? There's definitely still stuff to learn. With Max, because I've been busy, I haven't talked to him, but he's struggling with, he has some kind of, I guess, infection. I had like an opening or a wound or something, and it kind of like, he struggles with that a little bit, but I haven't actually talked to him after the race. Hopefully tomorrow he'll feel better. He'll have one day under his belt, you know what I mean? I think things come a little bit more naturally tomorrow, so I'm sure we're going to do a little briefing in the morning and just, you know, make sure everybody's good on the same page.
Right.
Saw some grudge races back here. Stanton called out Tedesco. Battle of the Triumph. Stanton putting Tedesco down.
I saw that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Took him
6
down.
times. Giving him some years.
7 times now.
He's 60 years old.
I mean, he's a lot older than Tedesco.
Yes.
But getting it done. And now McGrath is called out, I think,
Is that our
RC. So I think McGrath wants RC.
Are we, Kenny, you want to do this? You want to jump in? We'll get you a Suzuki.
You better get that clutch dial.
I mean, I don't know. I had a good start today. I'm going to leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
I'm going to go to sleep with that.
yeah.
This could be a dumb question. It's not the first time I've asked dumb questions, but you're behind Jet Lawrence, and he's the best rider in the world, I think, anyways. What's he doing that maybe frustrates you where you're like, that little bugger? Where was he pulling away a little bit? What was he doing?
You
Anything?
know, I for the most part, I feel like we were yo-yoing in the beginning because I had an area on the track where I was really good, and then on the other half of the track, he kind of pulled away. But honestly, the biggest thing, I haven't done the big jump on the finish line like at all because I didn't race Ironman this year. Last year I was on a 250, so I haven't done that at all. So once I knew that I had to do it and I wanted to.
I didn't know you weren't doing that. Okay, you should be doing that.
So I did. In the race I did. So I was behind him, and then I saw the first lap. I think we all kind of got swirly out of the turn. He didn't do it, and I'm like, I'm going to stay on this because if he goes, I'm going.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing it, and it was fine, but it was a lot bigger than I thought because you know, you take off on a takeoff that's pretty tall, and the landing is way down. So I'm up in the air, and I look down, and I'm like, holy smokes, this thing's way bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It's big. It looks big. Yeah.
And once you do it, because honestly, we hit kind of like the inside middle rut, you kind of case the double, and then from then on, it's kind of just wide open and like a little pull on it. So it ended up being really easy. But, I mean, it's kind of everything that we have, at least for me.
Okay,
Wow. That's the thing. Like, you guys are all close to it. We've seen moto after moto where you or Eli or Hunter even are right on his wheel. So it's not like you're seeing anything that you're like, wow, I can't believe that.
No, I actually, one of the things was that I could end up doing, but like all these little triples up here, he was kind of tripling, hitting the rut, but I also saw that he was making mistakes, and for me, they're very blind jumps, right? So I'm like, I'm just going to double and single. It's a more consistent, safer bet, so I ended up doing that. I also saw him doubling, and I see that in the national
Doubling across the corner.
Doubling across the corner, but I'm like, it's also very blind. And
he almost crashed a couple times.
Yeah, he kind of jumped into the berm right there. So I'm like, I'm mindful of that too. So I'm like, I feel like I could pull it off if I wanted to, but I just didn't in practice. I'm going to check out the angle again because I don't want to take off thinking I'm turning enough and I'm not. So just a way to go about it. And there's just a couple of things I didn't want to pull the trigger because I didn't want a chance making a massive mistake. So, yeah.
I was wondering, and you haven't done the 2-day format much in a long, long time, but is there a little bit of, hey, it's Saturday? Is there a little bit of that?
I don't know. Gate drops and I go. So it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I think if anything, it'll help a little bit. You kind of do a little 25-minute blowout, and I think you'll actually feel better tomorrow. So.
I asked Kenny about the SMX series. He's like, I don't know. I just go where they tell me to, and I race.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, all right.
Times have changed. Like now, seriously, I want to go race, and then I want to go home. So it's like I don't think about it. I don't know.
Tell me where to go. Do I make money? Okay, I'll be there.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes it's good to keep it simple.
Yeah.
We're showing the highlights again of MXGP qualifying because we'll see Ken Roczen out there getting second in that one. Your teams, I mean, what do we think? Is a podium possible if you guys put it together?
I think it's very possible. I mean, we really, obviously I need to make it through 2 30-minute motos and everything, but I think there's definitely possibility. We have a strong team, and I hope that Max, feels a bit better tomorrow and kind of gets in a groove. And we need one result from him at least, and that means that both of us have to deliver on every moto that we do. So, possibility, absolutely.
I feel like that's such a well, a lot of countries, but Germany has been up against this for a long time. Of that third guy, you're just hoping, can you just give us one, right?
Yeah.
And like 2012, you got it. Marcus Schiffer really stepped up that day. But there are so many teams in that category. We have these two world-class race-winning caliber guys, and the third guy, he's great in his own right. Just going up against the likes of Geiser and Kunin and Jet, and everybody was like, well, I can't beat any of them.
Yeah.
So you're just hoping, can you give us like an 11th?
And
can you give us something?
Yeah, and you got to say, too, that most of the time when we have a new third rider, they haven't even done Motocross of Nations, so it's just a lot to take in, you know what I mean? The level is high and nerves. Like, I was there at one point. Right now, this is probably the most relaxed at a race, like, compared to going overseas. This has been pretty mellow for me, I thought. And it's kind of nice. Like, you don't waste a bunch of energy on stuff that you don't need to. But, yeah, a lot of the times, like, Max, this is his first actual, like, time racing this nation. So, yeah, we are stacked up against that. But you look at it, Germany, compared to the U.S., tiny country, we have slim pickings, you know what I mean, overall. Because there was also this discussion about me and Team USA, and I'm like, I can't, like, I've been with Germany. That's where I was born. I would love to. Like, don't get me wrong. This is nothing to the U.S. or anything, but I'm like, they kind of need me. I've done this for a long time with that. Like, I would feel weird stepping away from that. But yeah.
To your point, JT, I heard through the grapevine, not on the same level, but Team Canada, my country, 2 new younger riders, and I heard they were a mess.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Drinking through a fire hose at this thing, man.
It is just overwhelming, and they got to get used to it. But yes, I heard
and then,
that.
you know, I don't know how many years. Did they say 9 years or something? I know I skipped a few, but I've done this so much, and I've done a lot of high caliber races to where like you just learn how to deal with it better. You know what I mean?
You need Max Nagel to just find it in himself.
Oh, I asked
40-year-old Max
I
Nagel.
asked Kenny about Nagel. He's battling something, but I think if he fixes it, we can get him back.
I mean, he raced last year.
Okay, yeah.
But that was a brutal track last year, though, too. Like, the ruts, the downhill, like, for anybody that's...
It looked terrible, honestly, guys. As a rider, I was like, I would never want to ride this track
Landing in
ever.
the ruts?
The step down, the big step downs in the ruts, dude, even myself, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is not good.
And you had rain on your goggles probably the whole time.
Yeah, England, I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. So it was actually McGrath called out Chad Reed, and I think they're 1-1.
Okay.
So they got a grudge.
But who
third
won the whole
showdown.
thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's just anarchy, man.
Okay.
Now we're just calling people
I
out.
want to see this bracket and who wins over here. But we just
So when those guys BSing with it, is there money on the line? Or
No.
are they
Trophy.
No, but does it
MC
need
said
to be?
there's a trophy and none of them need any money. That's what he said.
I mean,
So-
I guess I get that.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, does it matter? Are they going to turn too serious anyway?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. right.
Immediately.
But it could be $5. You just put
Yeah,
I got
something.
you, man.
Something.
I don't think McGrath has been beaten. So if anyone's
really?
going to
Okay.
win, if there is a winner, it might be MC because I haven't seen anyone beat him yet.
As I said, RV's very upset about the bike, and
There's a rumor that is a full factory Kawasaki. Just a rumor.
Well, it'd be the only time that bike won this year.
Proving it's fast.
Are they all doing starts on the same bike? Are they each?
No, whatever bike they brought. So
Oh,
I think
okay.
a lot of stock bikes. McGrath might have a hot rod there.
But you know what?
so-
He's McGrath.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's his event. He's a king. All right, let's watch this. McGrath versus Chad Reed. Oh, good jump for Chad.
Good jump for. Oh, but look at the
Wait a
Cowie.
minute.
Oh,
that's
Blue
a
Crew.
good photo
Got
Blue
finish.
Crew.
Yeah, Blue Crew. We got
Chad
it.
got it?
Yep.
That bike's a little used to fading at the
So
end.
that's actually Chad's own bike. They drove it from Club MX to here.
Yeah. Well, we have a hot rumor that bike, the Cowie, used to have number 70 on it.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
Oh.
All right, there. They said that is Reed with the win, and that was the final
That's
bracket.
it.
Chad Reed is the champion.
Well, here you're going with grudge matches and calling people out. Now we have a winner.
So somehow they were calling people out, grudge matches, but then also still had
they
the
needed a
bracket
filler.
going.
They needed a filler.
Yeah. So Chad Reed is the champion of the Jeremy McGrath holeshot Ting Challenge.
That's kind of nuts that Jeremy is still ripping stars like that.
Yeah. This is kind of a neat deal. He's done it at a few events already, and it seems like it's really packed.
That's
right,
his
with
thing
people.
now,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
We need Michael Lessie here.
Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. We need Michael Lessie here.
Can you imagine the work
number
he
one
would put in?
plate. Number one plate. Michael Lessie.
Oh, yeah. Jersey
Yep.
on backwards.
Honestly, I think Mike would win.
Oh, I guarantee you
Yes,
he would win.
like, honestly,
I'm not kidding.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Probably the best starter of all time.
Kenny, we'll let you go. I know you got a race tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kind of important.
So can I just say, they told us, hey, Roczen might come tonight. And I'm like,
No
there's
shot.
no way
No
Kenny's
shot.
coming.
Well, I got asked yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, no worries. But then the parade, it took a couple hours,
Yeah.
and then it was late, and I'm like, man, can we do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
I didn't think you were showing the night. So
And then
thank
today
you.
you're like, man, I should have done it last night.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I'm able to surprise you guys every now and then.
I respect
we,
it.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Good
you.
job today. It was fantastic. Yep.
Good luck tomorrow. That's Ken Roczen. We'll be back. Ready to take a commercial break.
Thanks,
Thanks, sir.
man. Thank you.
Yep.
have chased checkered flags through dust, rocks, mud, and worse. We've crowned champions, racked up wins in places where tires go to die. From King of the Hammers to Baja to Glen Helen and beyond. If it's brutal, beautiful, or just plain ridiculous, we're there. So whether you're dodging roost or just potholes in rush hour, do it with Maxxis. Tread victoriously. Built for whatever you're chasing.
What do we got? 8:30, right?
We need our sound. Hey, we're back. Looks like Chad Reed is celebrating the win in the Jeremy McGrath Holeshot Challenge. We're going to try to get Chad and a bunch of these legends who just did starts. Well done up there. Shout out to our sponsors of the show, Alpine Stars. The boots that Chad Reed wore to get this Holeshot.
And the gear.
Yep. The Alpine Stars Tech 10 boot, perfection through true innovation. The ultimate in protection and feel for the ultimate ride. Alpine Stars Tech 10 boots. Alpine Stars protects. Also, FMF. Since 1973, Don Emler's Flying Machine Factory has created one of the most iconic dirt bike brands around the globe. The power of fun is something they live by. More power, more wins, more fun. The official exhaust of Motocross of Nations and Team USA and FIM MXGP. Over 50 years of American power with FMF. We thank them for backing the show. And Maxxis tires, developed by who? Steve
Jeremy
Matthes?
McGrath.
Jeremy McGrath.
He has him on that bike right now.
Not bad. I mean, he got second, but that's still pretty darn good. I mean, Jeremy's given up about 10, 15 years, I'd say, on Chad Reed. They've chased checkered flags through dirt, rocks, and mud. They've crowned champions. They've racked up wins in places where tires go to die. From King of the Hammers, where McGrath hangs out, to Baja, his trophy truck, his short cars truck, and beyond. It's brutal, it's beautiful, or just plain ridiculous. That's where you'll find Maxxis. So whether you're dodging roost or just potholes at rush hour, do it with Maxxis. Tread
Great mountain bike tires, too.
Yeah,
Great
you swear by the mountain bike tires.
Yeah, they're really
swear
good.
by the mountain bike tires. And ASV, they've got the unbreakable levers. We talked about that with Jeff Emig yesterday. We got a couple of these fans on bikes to try to do the Holeshot Challenge.
They might need those.
Yeah,
They
put
might
the
need
levers
those.
on. Literally unbreakable, special material, and it bends right back.
It's really unfortunate for me that the Washougal Holeshot Challenge went the way it did, because in the pits today, numerous fans are like, "Oh, are you going to do the Holeshot Challenge? You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't." You know, they're going to get a lot of snide remarks about my Holeshot
Well, the best
skills.
thing is that if that had gone the other way, all of those remarks would be coming from you at me forever.
Oh,
yes, for sure.
So I will take this. I'll take this alternative.
I really feel there's pressure on all the riders to perform tomorrow. But JT going to bed the night before that Holeshot Challenge, the pressure that was on him.
Very nervous.
Yes.
And I had some Aussies yelling at me, 78%, give it a little more.
Yeah,
and
they actually.
Yeah, and I'm just like, thanks, guys. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
You
they
guys-
actually called it out 78%.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lars.
Right.
I feel like you guys started this Holeshot Challenge.
Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. I think it was done before, actually, to be honest. but-
McGrath had done it.
Yeah,
yes.
I think so. But
a little different.
But I want to thank all the fans for giving me the crappy remarks about doing this. This is really cool, though.
That is part of what makes this event what it is. And I think even the three of us respect that. And then if you're Jenner Hunt Lawrence or Eli Tomac, there's a lot of fans that come here that don't go to these races every weekend in America. So when the race is held here, I think all of us realize there are a lot of fans that are not just here to watch the three motos tomorrow. They want to get up close. They want to get an autograph, a selfie, whatever it is. We do our part. But especially when you throw Jet, Eli, Joe Shimoda, Ken Roczen in the mix, there's a lot more than just racing going on here.
Yeah, this is a weekend event. I mean, from the jump, there has been a lot of other things going on. Like that parade last night downtown Crawfordsville was one of the wildest things I've ever seen. So I think we're not even into Sunday yet. This event is already a success, period. It's already a success. Who we got here? RC just taking Jeff Stanton to task.
Wow. And that's Triumph on Triumph, so that's equal equipment. RC versus Stanton, love it. Stanton told me, we discussed this yesterday, they did the parade in town a couple times when he rode for the team, but him and Wardy just rode their bikes, of course, in the parade.
Yeah.
From the track.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
We have highlights from the final qualifying moto today, which is the open class. Hunter Lawrence in there. And believe it or not, Hunter Lawrence
got a good
really
start.
good start.
Yeah, amazing that he got a good
100%
start.
on the throttle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't think he was 78?
No, probably not 78. So he got out front and pulled. I could not believe the lead he had at the beginning of lap 2.
Well, my guy, Guillaume, I was like very stoked
He's running
for
defense.
Guillaume.
He's running defense for Hunter.
And then I'm like, oh no, Valentin, if you want that second Cowie spot, we got to do a little better.
He wants that factory
We
ride.
got to do a little
He does
better.
want that factory
He was
ride.
good early. He was good early. But then Joe came through, and
Yep.
Landerin came through, and RJ came through. So our guy Guillaume went backwards a little bit.
Hunter is on the number 3 he saw out front. There's RJ Hampshire on 6. Bad start for him with a bad gate pick. Came through pretty strong, though.
He did. I still question that very inside gate.
Yeah.
We very rarely see that work here. It always seems to pinch down on the inside. In the end, he overcame it, got back into the top 5. All is well. I worry, like, if that comes up again tomorrow in any way, I don't think that inside's going to work. But all in all, great ride from RJ. And the biggest takeaway from today, I think, was that now the gate pick won't deter the USA. Whether we win, get on the podium or not, the gate pick won't be the determining factor.
Shout out to that gear too. RJ stuff looked really good.
Thanks. Yeah. The
fly
team
stuff.
did a great
Yeah,
job.
really did a good job on that. Hunter, you're right though. Well, not even with Jet, because Kenny kept him good.
He
kept
did.
him honest. Hunter put on a clinic.
He did,
Hunter
man.
put on a clinic. And
was
again,
gone.
it's not as deep as MXGP.
Well, it's a different field.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's still, it was impressive.
And showing you more highlights. So Hunter Lawrence goes on to win. Joe Shimoda finished 2nd. And here's what's hilarious. So Hunter had to go do TV interview. So the first person Jet Lawrence sees coming off the track is Joe. I swear Jet was more stoked for Joe than Hunter, his teammate and brother.
Right.
So
I saw
that was
you
pretty
guys
cool.
all talking about this, and he was like, I don't know, it's chaos. I didn't even know they were in. I was just excited. I saw Hunter, then I saw Joe
Yeah.
right at your paddock show that you were
Yeah, well,
hosting.
what he found out is Joe's performance put Japan in for the first time in 10 years.
I heard that.
Yes.
I did not know.
So when Jet heard that, he's like, man, that is awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we're
we
joined
got
by
a
the
champion.
champion
We got
of the whole
we
shot
got a whole
challenge.
shot king. It's
We
literally
got,
the whole
Bradshaw-
shot king.
Yep, we got Bradshaw
Yep.
and Villopoto. So what are
Look,
we into? Just
he's
drug
out of
racing
breath.
now?
It's an actual workforce. Yeah.
It was stressful.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. I had to go against this
No,
guy, and I was
you-
stressing.
And it doesn't even know it's that guy. Dude, I didn't go get Jeremy McGrath.
Yeah,
My hero.
I would have bowed out
I
of that.
almost wanted to let him win for that he would forget
I
about
feel
Paris.
disrespected right now.
Try to get,
Oh my
been
God.
20 years. trying to get out
23
there.
years ago.
What's up, guys?
Then we got, Villopoto and Bradshaw?
Yep.
Yep.
Blue Crew.
So, how was it?
Oh my God, it was so fun. And what I love is, let's be honest, we're all just mad moto freaks. There's no other word for us. We love it, and you can just see like now they're picking battles. Like
Yeah, they're
like,
just still out there
like,
going.
one-on-one,
like,
I'll
it's,
take you
It's
on.
over. Like they're like,
Yeah.
hey man, we're gonna cut the lights. Like no, 2 more.
Yeah. And so it seemed like the right gate was a little better, or no? We were
The
just
right
sorta-
one I think was a little
Okay,
better.
all right, it seemed like it, yeah.
It was it seemed like it was just more consistent. The left was good out, but then it was weird and it was off cambered, and so you kind of fought it a little bit
Okay.
more.
Yeah.
How hard is it to keep the front down? Like I haven't done a start without a
Well,
starting device
and
in a
again,
long time.
Oh my God! And then you had to do blocks, and you had to try to get everything up over the front, and it was challenging. It was like old school, new school, which is kind of what they're trying to achieve.
How's the clutch?
Yeah,
Clutch
and again, that's probably the biggest thing. Like that last one, doing repetitive starts. As soon as I come back, I try to shut it off, let it try to cool down. And the last one, you could just kind of tell like you're trying to flick the clutch, and it was like there was much
feel
less
anymore.
clutch.
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
clutch
yeah.
was going away.
Wow.
But I mean,
And you beat a factory bike. What we hear? Well, you beat a factory bike. So good job.
it got real. When did I get here? Thursday, and I see his bike sitting in the Cowie rig, and obviously I've been around the Cowie rig a little bit this year, and I see Oscar, and I look at this thing, and you can tell. I mean, come on.
Right.
The forks are all the way to the handlebars. The thing's lower than it ever has, and I'm like, what bike is this?
Right.
Like, just tell me
He
that.
wouldn't even be able to jump the
it's-
jumps out there.
It's our race bike, and I'm like, yeah, thanks, bro.
Yeah. But hey, you took it down. You
I
took him
did.
down.
It's
Yeah.
More
It was,
NHRA funny car than dirt bike
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
And it got serious. Let's
Did
be
you
honest.
do any practice? Did you do?
And just
Oh,
only
just
here.
here. Okay, all right.
Well, because I cleaned my bike and put a tire on it, I wasn't gonna get it dirty or wear out my tire.
What's cool is it really does. I mean, Stanton is, 15, 20 years older than you.
He's got to be at least 20, I think, and then I think Wardy's even
Yeah,
up
and then
there.
his RV a little younger
north of
than
that.
you.
Yeah, so it's kind of like in the group, it's probably Wardy, Stanton, Bradshaw, Jeremy. Maybe even Bradshaw and Jeremy are close.
About
Yeah.
the
Bradshaw's
same.
a little older.
Bradshaw's
Jeremy's-
younger than Jeremy,
Oh yeah,
which
that
is
makes sense.
insane. It's insane when you
No,
think
you're
about
right.
it.
You're
Yes.
right. Yeah, you're
Jeremy's
That's the
10
craziest
years.
stat in moto.
Yeah.
Jeremy's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
Right. So
And then,
what's cool is starts. I mean, you guys are able to battle each other. It's not like we need to have an age bracket. It's close.
So I did the launch of the off-road Tech Air system almost 2 years ago with Jeff Stanton, and it was the first time I got to ride motorcycles with Jeff Stanton, and it was really fun and cool. But dude, he was crazy, like straight, like wheelies, crazy, like just like off the charts, like talk about like taking risk and willing to set airbags off. Like he was up there. So I got a real quick introduction of like Jeff is the real deal. I ride mountain bikes with Jeff Ward in California, and he's nuts. You can't keep up with him down a hill. So just these guys are who you want to be when you're that old.
Well,
you know?
I mean, here's where
They're my heroes.
Here's where JT tells a story about when we went to Stanton's place in Michigan.
Oh yeah, I mean, the guys Nick Way and I went there, 2002.
This is JT, like prime JT
right,
career.
so think about like, and it sounds crazy, but Stanton would have been like early 30s then, because he retired at like 25, right? So he was still in his physical prime. We weren't thinking of him that way. We're thinking like, oh, this guy's older than dirt at this point, right? Because he had been retired for 7 years. He smoked us at everything we did. Dirt bikes, bicycling, running. And at the end of the day, he's like, you guys want more? And we're like, not really.
Not really.
He'd been retired 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
We're like, no, man, I'm toast. Nick's like pretty much done. Takes off all his clothes, dives in the water like we're swimming across the lake and back. And I'm just like, is this guy serious? Like,
100%
Is
serious.
this guy serious? Yeah. Physical specimen that dude is.
Well, we always say there's some guys that train because that's part of the job, and there's some guys that train because they like to. When you finally were done racing, what direction did you go? Were you like, finally I can stop this, or like, no, I don't want to stop this? Which one are you?
For me, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I hate it, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Like, I hate going to the gym and saying, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out. But if somebody, like, if I jumped on and, like, I would sign up for the travel and the training schedule tomorrow because I enjoy doing it, but I hate thinking about doing it. Like, going and doing it on my own and making up my own schedule, I'm going to do this, this, and this, it's like, God, shoot me now. Like,
imagine trying to,
that
like,
part's not fun.
Imagine living your life needing to work around his schedule when there is no schedule.
Yeah.
Right? That just means I
right.
was in a perpetual waiting zone at all times
we're
every day.
He sounds like my wife.
Having the same problem.
Yeah.
We got Stanton over here. Chad, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
The champion of the Holeshot Challenge.
Let's
Have
give it
fun.
up for Chad Reed.
Chad Reed,
taking
everybody.
everyone down.
Oh, yeah. Also, multi-time Motocross of Nations winner.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also
sorry
whole
about
So
shot.
we had him
Yeah,
on
yeah.
last night. We
Right.
talked about it for a while.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we covered it.
We
Moto
need to do
wins.
this more often. This was fun. I
time.
enjoyed it.
We love it.
It was cool.
We love it.
See you guys.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Chad. Yeah, two-time Moto winner, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that he raced in 2000.
Yeah.
But he was still based in Australia.
Yeah.
Let's bring in six-time here. We got Jeff Stanton.
Just mean mugging.
Yeah.
Mean mugging. I'm
right, we didn't do
already,
anything, man. We
I'm
didn't do
already
anything.
intimidated.
Scary.
I'm already intimidated.
So what I think is so cool about this Holeshot Challenge, we're figuring out ages here. Between you and Villopoto and everybody in between, there's a pretty big gap. But when it comes to starts, hey, it's just even Steven.
Technique, we don't forget it.
Yeah.
You know, you just re-enter it a little bit this past week. I mean, I did a bunch of starts. I'm not going to lie. So you just
all right.
you familiarize.
Shocking that he came
you
in prepared.
Familiarize yourself, and you got to be in the ballpark. But listen, you're not going to beat Jeremy and Chad at their own game. Okay, they set their bikes up for this.
There we go.
There's no rocket science there. We got our ass kicked, but listen, this is it's all fun. Everybody had a great time. It was cool, and we took bone stock bikes out of there. They were smoking like the big dog, but we made it work. We put on a show. That's what we're here for.
You guys have fun watching the Holeshot Challenge? Oh yeah.
Cheap Heat.
We had a few talking to destinations yesterday with a bunch of riders. RJ was one of them. Wardy was one of them, and we talked about you. And in 1990, you had to do what you had to do to get that win. And this is something that Wardy was talking about. You do what you do.
Absolutely. I did it 2 years in a row. We were at the parade last night, and I was standing beside Roy Jansen, and we did parades back then.
Yeah.
And it was, dude, if you weren't at the parade was epic. It was awesome. They hit it out of the park. They hit it out of the park with the parade.
Yeah.
But Roy Jansen and I was talking about that. They put on the board in 1990 on the last lap, take this guy out, okay? And so I took this guy out.
Dirk Gerkens.
Dirk, you know who it is.
Dirk
exactly.
Gerkens.
And I took the guy out. We won, okay? I go back up to the podium, and this guy was 250, big guy from the home country. He ready to kill me, dude. He was ready to kill me, rip me off the bike. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter, okay? ripped me off the bike, and Roy Jansen, Dave Arnold got it all handled. Multiple years. The next year I had to do the same in Valkenswaard. So you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do.
The enforcer. He's the enforcer.
Well, at that time, the streak was ginormous.
Yeah.
I don't want to be on the losing streak, guys.
Yeah.
I don't want no part of it.
Yep.
So you do what you got to do to make it happen. And it was an honor to race the ones that I did. And it's just cool to be back and be a part of this. Dude, I'm 57 years old and to be a part of it and still talk and ride. And it's awesome.
That's
You
great.
know, I got a question I never even thought of. That's as high pressure gets, going into that moto and then during that moto. You are known for one of the great pressure rides of all time, digging out that Supercross title in '92. Did the Nation stuff help you in other races here? Because I can't imagine any pressure manages to match that.
Dude, there's a ton of pressure. You know, when you're going into that last race and you're behind and they got everything calculated and then you wad it up in the first turn and you start last, there's pressure. But my mother installed into me, you never quit, and I just never quit. I never quit, and I never quit. And at that particular race, Bevo 40 was there, and he was like my father figure in racing. And about halfway through the race, you know, he's clapping. He's, okay, 3/4 through the race. Bevo was 350 on the hoof then. He was a big boy, okay? And at 3/4 of the race, he's jumping up and down, okay? And I'm like, I tell people the only reason I won that race and we won that year is because of Bevo 40. 3/4 of the race, he's standing on the track, he's jumping up and down, and now he's starting to point, okay? Bevo and I did everything together. We were best friends. And the last lap, Bevo's like, and I knew what that meant. Okay?
Yeah.
I knew that this elbow had to hit that guy in the chin.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back somewhere quietly.
Yeah.
And so we came over the finish line. I was in front of him. The place didn't go nuts. The place went crazy because I came around first. But it was those are the races that you'll never forget, and they're special to you. And that's why we do it.
You did Valkenswaard, you did Sweden, then you did Germany. Was there one favorite for you?
My favorite one was Germany.
Okay, the first
because
one?
I was there with Wardy. And I always looked up to Wardy. He did it 7 of them. I mean, come on. And honestly, David Thorpe was an idol because he's a multi-champion there. And I had to race in him, and I was all nervous, and I was at 250. And I was just unstoppable that day. I went 1-1, won everything, and we won. We won before even the last moto. Everybody won, and so that one meant the most to me. It was my first one, and I had idols and racing with Wardy. And
were you looking for a
awesome.
7th gear on that track? I mean, holy smokes, dude!
It was asphalt hard. I rode hard pack tracks, absolutely terrible. But that day the bike was awesome. I was awesome, and so that one's really cool. But Valkenswaard, the last one I did was awesome. So.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take commercial. Thanks, Jeff Stanton, for stopping by. JT, we're going to let you go as well.
Absolutely,
He's got work to do tomorrow. Always awesome to have Jeff Stanton, who's become like
a legend,
mascot for the sport, man. Always a great time.
Buy a Triumph, everybody. Buy a Triumph.
Jeff Stanton, everybody. We'll be right back.
There's a.
We're back.
Wow, we're live.
We're back. We got more guests. We're live here at Ironman Raceway.
Live. I love it.
Got the USA chant going back there.
They're going wild back there.
These guys know a little thing or two about Team USA.
Yeah,
these two
they
guys.
won some Motocross of Nations, even teammates one time.
Pit Bike of Nations.
Yep.
Always.
Oh, yes. We got Ryan Villopoto and Ricky Carmichael here. Whole shot challenge is done. We'll talk Nations in a second, but how was the whole shot challenge?
No, it was a lot of fun. It was cheap fun. I call it, risk-free, still competitive. But I think, look at the fan reaction.
Yeah, man.
Fan reaction was incredible.
Did you practice?
None.
Okay, all right.
No.
I love your program
Dude.
now. You run stock bikes, no practice.
Stock is best.
Okay.
Dude, yeah. I told you guys, like, well, I told Weege, like, I'm spoiled. I had the farm, so it was easy to go up there and ride. Haven't had that for 5 years. It's a mission for me to go ride. Like, I'm spoiled. Like, now I have to pack up. I have to beg somebody, hey, dude, can I go to your track
Wash
and
your
ride?
bike.
Well, I don't wash it, dude.
Big Rick?
No, I just run it.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty.
Yeah, because I don't ride in the mud.
Right. Oh, well, that's true.
You know what I mean?
But that red clay, it starts to stain after a while.
It does, but then I get a new one.
Somebody asked me the privileges of us.
That's right. Somebody asked me, like, do you ever change your filter? I'm like, no, I don't.
You just run it.
Just run it. If I got some free ones, I probably would, like already oiled, ready to go.
Yeah, we could probably work that out.
Yeah, of course we can.
I think that could be done. How was it for you, the whole shot?
Dude, it was a blast. To bring us all together, you know, we had Stanton, Wardy, myself, RC, multiple generations of just racers. To get us out on the gate with the amount of people here at this race, number one, is super special. Like RC said, it's we can get out here, we can have a lot of fun, and it doesn't take anything from us.
Right.
And we can give the fans what they want, and that's to see us back on a dirt bike actually competing for something. And even though it's just bragging rights, so I think Mike Bell, MC, they've crushed it with this idea. I think this can be implemented in a few other places also.
Couple things, knowing you. Classy for you to not battle over the number 2.
Well, actually,
yeah,
I showed up and my bike had Cole Davies' number on it.
Oh, okay,
so
all right.
I was hoping it was a star bike, but it was
I was like, oh, RV took the high road, he gave it to the king.
We didn't even talk about it.
Okay.
I had no problem going up against MC with the twos, the two deuces.
All right.
No problem at all.
All right. And second thing,
by the way, I called.
Blue Crew won.
Blue Crew won. But I did call MC back in the day. Randy Lawrence, his mechanic story goes, so he goes, hey, you got to call MC if you want to run his number. So I called MC back in the day. I think I was like, shit, man. I think I was 17 years old. I was like, hey, man, is it cool if I run number 2? And he goes, it's cool if you run number 2. Okay. And I believe Coop did the same thing, if I remember correctly, with me. So, it's kind of that respect thing.
You didn't even take Coop's call. You just red buttoned him, probably.
Nah.
Yeah,
well,
busy,
maybe. Could have been.
Maybe. Now we can talk to Nations. And these American fans, a lot of them are probably there. That 07 Budds Creek was all time, and you guys were teammates, so that was a heck of an experience, and really one of your last races ever.
Yeah, it was my last professional race, I believe. So just special. You think about being able to race MXoN on home turf, and then to be the team manager, captain of these guys, it was cool. RV really flew the flag there. Red Dog did a great job as well.
There it is. He gets a plug.
Honestly, I was hanging on by a thread. I was sick, as you know, and so I was doing the best that I could. I was the weak link that weekend, but it was so cool to see all of the fans like you just talked about, and it's just special, this race. I mean, the pride that is on the line,
and you helped bring it back a little bit. There was some disinterest from Team USA. We were around back then.
That's right.
Didn't send a team for a couple years.
Yeah.
I was on a team with you that we lost, and then we didn't go back. I felt
we didn't lose. We got podium
we got
overall.
Second. I know.
I mean, dude,
But dude, Dan Bentley was so mad. I'm like, we got second. He was so mad. Anyways, you really helped kind of rally I feel like back then. You helped rally guys. We got to go back. We got to go back.
Well, because we were talking earlier, Weege and I were like, dude, my first couple years, my first year coming in the racing, I wanted to win races and I wanted to be picked for MXoN.
Yeah.
And I felt like that buzz had kind of went away. And so to finally get to the stage where I feel like riders really want to have their name in the hat to be there for the most part, that's special. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I really felt like you were a big part of it.
Yeah, thanks. It was fun. It was fun.
And RV, for you, I mean, the 07.
07's
like
insane.
People, I'm with you a lot. And it's just like, dude, Budds, like, you're like, yeah, all right, let's talk about it. But, like, that is really all your accomplishments, all your rides, amazing. But Budds Creek, MXDN comes up for you all the time.
Yeah, I think that's the most. 4 Supercross championships, 3 outdoors for lights. That is the race that comes up the most. And I think, not to plug Yamaha, but we do a great job at it. Just to say, this Blue Crew race that's happening here, like RC said, you brought it up of like we have to breed it into the younger generation what this race means and how special it is to be picked in the future to go here. So Yamaha does a great job with the 65, 85, and 125, and that's where it starts. right? So I have 9-year-old boys, and it's like, hey, Motocross of Nations is the spot. It is the biggest. Yeah, Supercross Championship's great, and that's what pays the bills. But to be selected to come here, it's very, very special, and to get outside of the country to go race, which I think, no offense, but like we're doing a good job today, but it's awesome to go outside of the U.S. and race, and we have the, it's a tough battle outside. I think we have the home field advantage at this point here this weekend, and I love the atmosphere that this race brings.
Yeah. And we talked to Jeff Stanton about pressure. When you first went in 06, that was your first year?
06, yep.
Were you almost like oblivious to that? Were you almost so young that you didn't notice that, or did you feel that first time?
Okay, so perfect example. I had heard about Motocross of Nations, but I wasn't taught what it was and what it means to go and to support the United States of America and carry the flag and be that guy. But I do now. I'm 37 years old, and it means a ton, and it carries so much weight. And this race goes down in history every single year, regardless of who wins it. And every team tries to win this race, and everybody needs a little bit of lady luck at this race. It never goes smooth, no matter how you slice it and what team you're on.
And I feel like the riders from other countries ride better at this particular event.
It brings the best out in everybody.
Right. That's right.
It really does.
Meaning a guy that in the MXGPs that maybe 5th every week, and they'll go out and win a race at MXoN, and you're like, how in the hell is this happening?
Yes.
Right? But it's like RV's point, it's just that special.
We had Chad Reed with us last night, and I said, look, winning a Supercross title or a motocross title must be awesome feeling and all of that. But me as a guy who's gone to a bunch of them and used to race or whatever at a crappy level, I can't think of anything cooler than winning a moto at the Motocross of Nations and being like, yeah, man, everyone is best in the world here, and I just whooped ass. I think as a rider, that must be an amazing feeling to win a moto or go 1-1 or all of that stuff at a Motocross of Nations.
It's special, but I think for my experience, Steve, I feel like standing on the podium with your team was more special than the moto. Like, because I really felt like it was at the end of my years, it was all about the team.
Right. And like I said, a little bit of lady luck. Yeah. It takes. We each of us have 2 motos, right? Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. And I've been in situations where it's crunch time, and maybe we don't have those 2 motos and rely on the very last moto from one of us. So it's very tough, and that's what I love about bringing the AM situation into this. Is we're breeding that love for the country here, and that's never been done before.
Outside of Buzz, St. Jean Angeli, maybe your next favorite?
I think so. Yeah, St. John's probably
my. And Ryan Dungey and Buzz
every
Magnet.
one of them are super special. To be invited, number one, like RC said, I want to be invited to that race.
Did you win every time?
I've gone 4 in a row.
Here we go. You had to ask him. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
if they had won in Redbud in 2022, he'd still be on the last team that won. And he would have been telling us about it, too.
Yep.
Yes.
And he won Pit Bike Nations 2 years as well, Team USA.
Yeah.
Well, it happens sometimes. Hey, I show up for the country, and I know RC did, and Timmy did, and everybody that is here this weekend, they're showing up for their country, along with everybody that's been in the past. Like, this race means a ton for everybody.
How, looking off today, the Australian brothers, they're good riders. How does USA beat them?
Hey, man, I think that we need a little bit of that lady luck.
Yeah, okay.
We know that Eli has the steam underneath the hood. Jay Coop rode well, and RJ. It comes down to having, those motos come together and click. But it's going to be tough regardless. I don't care if you have going in the best team, period. You make one little mistake.
Yeah.
It could become a problem in the end.
They're going to have to do everything right and need a little bit of luck. Everything right.
Yeah. The Australians are
It's
tough.
just that tight.
We're going to let you guys go. That's Ryan Villopoto,
Thanks.
Ricky Carmichael. Let's
You guys
hear
are
it
the
for these
best.
guys.
What do you guys think?
Woo! Yes.
There we go.
I got a little great job. Thanks for doing the whole shot challenge as well. We got a little GoPro track preview we're going to show you here. This is Jeremy Seaver, who is nice enough to go that. Thanks, RC. Thanks, RV. Title 24, everybody. One of the better podcasts out there. One of the better ones. It's a lot of competition. Track preview. I'm going to bring in Jeff Emig a little early here. And so this is what the Ironman track is like. Now, what surprised me is the riders saying it feels a lot different than even the Ironman National, which wasn't even that long ago. Hunter Lawrence saying it's probably different riders who ride it differently. Steve, you mentioned Blue Crew Invitational with the 65s, 85s, and 125s out there. And then also the weather's a little different. It's hot today, shockingly hot, but it was ungodly hot when we were here in August. So that makes a big difference in the track prep too. So a lot of the riders, yeah, it is really fast. A little bit shallower. So we got Jeff Emig and Jeremy McGrath joining us here.
There we go.
What's up, you guys?
Woo! First round, Jeff Emig, Jeremy McGrath. Here we go.
Yeah, straight away,
Right
just
away.
straight into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a documentary together now. You got that coming out. You got the Whole Shot Challenge.
Have you
next
seen the
together.
clips yet of the doc?
I haven't, no.
Oh, so
Yeah, we've
we've got the
coming.
banger of all banger documentaries called Moto 90s,
Oh.
coming out probably beginning of the year. It is, yeah, it's something what we've collected.
it's got
Jeremy and
all
I
the
partnered
deets in
on
there.
it.
Is there much Club Rubber stories?
That what happens at Club Rubber stays at Club
all right,
Rubber.
okay,
But
Never mind.
so we dive deep into our rivalry back in the 90s and the competition that we had. We both were brutally honest about each other and sort of where we were at then. And we have got just the most amazing content and
I can't wait.
color
Yeah.
that's going to bring people back to the 90s. And we think we got
Which
something
we
special.
know everyone loves the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Come on! Yeah.
90s are their time right now.
We gave each other a real good license to go like, hey, let's tell it like it was. So
Yeah.
we have some good stuff coming. Adam and the crew are doing a great job. We got a lot of great interviews, so thank you to everyone who's been an interviewee for that. I mean, we have a lot of footage. So the we're digging back on the archives of all the fun races we had. It's really about the meat of our rivalry. From 93 up to 99, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're having a blast with that. So it's good to be here tonight. These fans are rowdy.
How was the
loving
whole
it.
shot challenge?
We're gonna make all these current riders so jealous that they didn't race in the 90s. Because we had a good time back then.
What were you riding in the Whole Shot Challenge? What were you
So I was on my 350 MUN Racing Husqvarna. Yeah.
All right,
so yeah,
You need another
about halfway down the track, he'd shift one more gear, and it was like brrrp
Yeah.
each time. Yeah.
That Cowie power,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Reedy just said the same thing about the Yamaha. Come on.
Hey, Fro.
Yeah.
He's an ASV athlete. You guys want some swag? Jeff Emig's going to throw it out to the crowd from ASV.
Oh shit.
We got the unbreakable lever.
He's
There we
supposed to
go.
be unbreakable.
Thanks for
Supposed to be
ASV for
unbreakable.
backing the show.
Yeah.
And just in case anything got crazy out there in the whole shot challenge, you might need the unbreakable
Yeah,
lever.
if he fell over, he would have put a new one
And
on.
so,
Dude.
so you guys did the whole bracket challenge. Reedy won. We saw that. But also there was a bunch of call-outs.
Yeah, it was cool because I think Bradshaw was racing Tedesco. Tedesco was RC. Like there was some guys there was guys calling each other out there. I had just finished, so I was watching some of the motos. But I think that the idea behind this thing is get all of our heroes to be able to race each other, have some fun, have the fans experience this stuff again. We all ride dirt bikes. We all still love dirt bikes, right? But do we want to go race the Supercross? No, we don't. Maybe we think we can, but the actual reality, we cannot.
No.
So,
Bro's like, no.
So this is a great way to get us out here, get the adrenaline going. When this thing started taking off, I don't know about you, but my heart was starting to come up. I was like, all right, I'm back in the game here.
Yeah. I mean, think about the competitive nature that every one of us is like just instinctively built in. And it's like nobody wants to lose, right? Everybody wants to do their best. Next thing you know, everybody shows up. Their front end's lowered. The forks are pulled all the way up as far as they could go. Like I got Big Dan over at MUN Racing checking tire pressure. He's like setting the bike up for the start, right? But I was on a little disadvantage with the 350, but.
Shocker, it got competitive.
Exactly,
Shocking.
right?
Can't believe it.
Hey, I'm up here earlier, and Matthes is like, dude, why are you setting yourself up with Emig in the first round? He's a great starter. I was like, yeah, why'd I do that?
I'm like, you're going to go against a guy who whole shot everything on Yamahas and everything? He rode a YZ125 and he would whole shot.
Yeah, well, and what was cool, too, we couldn't get it connected to the PA system here, but we had Cardo systems on all of our helmets, so they were recording all of our conversations for most of the night.
Yep.
So you could talk
there was
to
some
each
sort
other?
of interface that we didn't get done, but what we wanted to do was have the Cardo systems to where we were all talking to each other, and that would be going through the PA. So thank you, Cardo systems, for hooking that up.
You guys want to hear a crazy stat?
Yeah.
There was 56 championships between those 8 guys.
Yeah.
56.
Yeah. We'll get a couple more in. Steve.
We're not even counting the race wins. 56 championships.
That could be 1,000.
That's pretty legit right there. That was a good group.
We want to bring Tedesco in. Steve, I'm going to take your spot and bring in a guy who's won a couple titles as well, and 3-time, I believe, member of Team USA. Let's bring in
3 times.
Tedesco.
Ivan Tedesco.
Let's hear it for Hot
Ivan
Sauce,
Tedesco.
everybody. Thanks, Steve. Yes. And I think a little underrated on the Motocross of Nations side, because IT, you had a couple times where you had to step in. Wasn't there one time you got the call like you were barely even racing that summer? I think you were hurt. And RC then got hurt, and next thing you know, you're on a plane.
Yeah, that was 06 in England, and yeah, I didn't ride outdoors because I blew out my shoulder, and I was actually at the last outdoor at Glen Helen watching, and Ricky went down, hurt his shoulder, and DeCoster came up to me and asked, hey, can you race Des Nations in 2 weeks? And I said, yeah. But on the way home, driving home, I'm like, man, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
Hey, we were just talking about it because I was at the event watching.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think anybody's had as much arm pump ever as he did that day. We was like, dude, I couldn't even feel the grips.
But we pulled it off.
Yeah, and that's what it takes. You just got to, sometimes you got to have that one score, dig deep, just get a good start and one good score to help the team if you need to.
Yeah, so how did you actually feel in those motos?
I mean, I hole shot my first moto and led it for about 20 minutes. And then, like he
taken
said, the arm pump settled in, and, man, I could barely hold on. I think I ended up, I don't know, 5th or 6th in that moto, which wasn't bad for my situation. But, I've had good experiences here at Des Nations. I've gone 3 times. We've won all 3 times. And, yeah, Team USA.
Team USA.
Go Team USA.
Didn't you get taken out once? Wasn't there a second moto where a guy took you out?
Yeah, so that was my last time going in 09 in Italy. It went down to the final moto. I got taken out by an Italian rider, and I was way back, buried in like the 20s, and charged back. And Dungy, Weimer, and myself, we won.
There you go.
That's so
but they got
sick.
aggressive.
So
they got
sick.
aggressive. Yeah, they're going good now. What's unfortunate for you guys, the race didn't come back to America for like the longest time. There was like literally a 20-year gap. So, Emig, you stepped up and you raced it a ton. You won on 2 teams, I think, right?
Yeah, I was 2 times. The first time I went was 93, and that was my rookie season on big bike.
Yeah.
And I think I got the popular vote, really, is what it was, because I won the Supercross title, but I had no business racing an outdoor track at that time. I was still trying to figure that stuff out. And we went to Austria, where a track was like just off cameras and really fast.
Yeah, not your stuff.
I was fish out of water. But like Jeff just said, I was able to put together one moto that could help the team, and luckily the team did well, and we won the race.
Yeah, that pressure, we talked about it with Stanton, I talked about it with RC. You've been in pressure moments, you've been in a ton, even against each other, but what was that pressure like?
Oh, I was so scared, to be honest, because I knew before I even left, I'm like, I have no business on this team. I was really nervous about it, and I think even in '93 I raced 125 outdoor.
Yeah.
So it was an outdoor race. I had never even rode a 250 outdoor.
Yeah, and the track only had a 20-rider starting gate, so I was on the 125, so I was second row. Did you start behind Kudrowski in the last race?
Yes, but we had a good spot. Remember, we were on the inside.
Yeah,
at least,
we were not bad.
Second row start. So
yeah. So you just smoked on the 125.
Yeah,
It was getting hammered
I was
the whole
certainly
time.
I was certainly the weak link on that one, and to get away with a win, I was like, woo.
Kudrowski rode his ass off in the final race
he
and got a
saved us.
score that, like, literally, there were so many times where, a lap or 2 to go, you need one more pass, and you just find a way to make it happen, and that was one of those races. And me, that day I was on the 125, so I'm done racing for the day. I'm watching. So you just got your fingers crossed, like, come on, Mike, one more.
Yeah.
You were in that spot in 05.
Yep.
I've talked to a lot of fans, international fans, and they really look at that 05 one as like the return of Team USA. There have been on and off years, not winning, not even going. So that experience, I think, really launched a whole nother win streak, and you were on that squad.
Yeah, because we didn't go after 9/11. We didn't go until 05, and Wyndham, Carmichael, and myself were on the team. I was the 250 rider, and my first moto, I got the job done. I was top 250, and then second moto, me and Tortelli got into a mean battle, started smashing each other.
Really?
And I went in for the kill to just like end it, and I took him out. But when he fell, his leg went in between like my tire and the swing arm, and it jammed. Like his leg got stuck in my bike. We're sitting there trying to pull his leg out of my bike. I mean, we were buried by that point. I think I got 30th that moto, and I thought I blew it for the team, but luckily. Carmichael and Wyndham got the job done the final moto, and we won the overall.
So same thing as what Jeff was saying. You were just sitting there there was nothing he could do. All you could do was watch.
Yeah, he was still in the pits trying to get Tortelli's foot out of his swing arm.
Dude, because it got that gnarly? It just got that gnarly.
Yeah. Well, it
dude.
just escalated. Like,
Hey,
I
dude,
think,
these guys slam your ass.
yeah.
They do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
for the win, we're going to do what it takes.
Yeah.
Do what it takes.
There's one, dude, 2000, Langston and Pastrana had not raced each other yet, but everybody's building up this drama. They started hitting each other in the qualifying race for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
They're just on a straightaway, and they just turn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so, yeah, you're saying the aggression actually comes up at this race.
oh, yeah. And especially like in the 90s for Jeremy and I, there was very much of USA against the world. It was almost like, there wasn't a lot of European riders that were riding here, and it was Team USA had won. My first year, we had won 12 in a row, right?
Yeah.
Or no,
Going
11
you had
in a
11,
row.
you were going for
and then
12.
12, and then
Yeah.
13, and they were like, they don't care who wins as long as the Americans don't win.
Yes.
That was the vibe,
Yeah,
right?
that was definitely the vibe. Yeah, I mean, during the streak, it was like you said, there wasn't a lot of guys from there racing over here at the time, so it wasn't this mixed thing. It was more
Yes.
U.S. guys, and when we showed up, we were certainly the enemy. So, yeah, and to win that long, people were like, dude, we got to do whatever it takes. And so there was some smashing going on.
Yeah. Had it a little easier at 96. We talked to Jeff about that last night. 96, a little less pressure on you guys?
Yeah, I think 96, I was feeling a lot better outdoor at least. We had probably one of the best. I mean, we know about the best team from '86 or whatever, but we had probably one of the most dominant races ever in the Motocross of Nations history. So, and we had fun. That track was Jerez was sick, huge jumps, super fun, and we just had a good vibe. We all crushed it that day, and it was awesome.
Yeah, Steve Lampson rode the 125, Jeremy's 250. I got to ride the Kawasaki 500 the only time that I rode it, and I only got to ride it like a couple times before we went over. For some reason, my memory of that event was that it was super easy.
Yeah.
Like I
think we pretty much dominated. It's just one of the motos I crashed. I think Marnique Bervoets was the guy. He passed me, and I caught back up and passed him. But I had just a little tip over. But for the most part, we all pretty much dominated. Lampson killed it. Jeff killed it, and I had a couple moto wins, so it was good.
Yeah, and it's crazy just to be like, oh yeah, it was kind of easy.
Yeah, I know. Winning.
Winning is easy. Losing is very hard.
How was that 500?
I mean, we had a stacked team.
Yeah,
that team was stacked.
Yeah, and it was great because the first moto is the 125 500, and I talked to Lammy before the race because him and Sebastian Tortelli were the two champions, world champion, world champion, and U.S. champion. And Lampson, if you know Lampson, when it gets competitive, he's like in it. I said, look, dude, I'm probably gonna get the whole shot. If you guys are battling it out, I'm gonna let you guys do your thing. And so I'm out front riding, doing my laps, and here they come. I'm more worried, more interested in watching their race. Like I'm out riding my own race, and they come by, and I'm watching them. Then I picked up the pace so I could stay close to them to watch the finish. And I remember, it's like, think about the mentality of that.
That is insane.
It's just, you had a huge lead. So
it was a good.
Nothing to worry about. We talked a lot last night. We had RJ and Wardy on here talking about battling all year, then doing everything they could to help each other at this race. That 96 year, you guys took the title down to the wire, what, 2 weeks, 1 week before that?
Maybe 2 weeks.
I think
really
it was
remember.
2 weeks.
So what was the vibe like at the Nations?
Listen, I've been asked this
I mean,
question.
I felt good about it.
I was fine. Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, it was certainly respectful, and then, hey, we're on Team USA.
Yeah.
I felt like, and some time had passed, and okay, hey, now let's go get this done. And then along with Steve and the rest of the team members, we won that
I
trophy.
can tell you this, from after the race, we had a blast, right?
Yeah.
We were charging around, having some fun.
Oh,
having
that's
some
going to be in
drinks.
the documentary, actually.
We got a lot of stuff from the doc, so it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember
it. There's been some good after parties at those ones, too.
Yes, there has.
Yeah.
We don't want to go into those stories.
No.
Yeah.
But is it like almost an end of the season type thing?
It is. I mean, you know how it is. Supercross, outdoors, it's such a long grind. And if you get picked for Motocross of Nations, you typically have to keep that training going for a month or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I know 1 year was a whole month. Yeah, so it's time to have a good time. Especially if you win, I mean, it's time to party.
Yeah, that's one of the fun parts.
I don't see
These
my
people are
bike.
gonna be doing that.
Huh?
I don't see my bike anymore.
Oh, bike might be gone.
Oh, it's right there.
Only a few
Okay,
minutes to
good.
wrap this up. IT, what was your take on the whole shot challenge back there?
I really didn't know what to expect because I heard no lockdown devices. I haven't done that in 20 years, right? Every time I raced, we had a lock. So, I mean, it was interesting. It was cool to race. I mean, these guys were my heroes growing up. So going to being around these guys, dude, it was awesome. I was glad to be a part of it.
I love how the age doesn't matter for starts. You don't need a bracket. It's all about the same?
Yeah, no, I feel the same. I mean, just like what Ivan said. He looked up to us. I mean, we looked up to Stan and Bradshaw, right? Bradshaw's a little bit younger than me by just a little bit.
So weird.
But
yeah.
he was already way more advanced than I was at
Yes.
that time. So I used to look up to Jeff and Damon and those guys. So when I started putting this group together, I was like, man, we got to get all these guys that we all loved, you know? So, again, what a great group. I thank you to Monster for putting this on with us. I mean, Kawasaki for giving me a bike. I mean, that was pretty cool. I don't know what I would have done without that thing. That was nice.
I mean, and then Jeff Ward suits up, didn't have gloves. His boots were too small. He just jumped on one of the Triumphs. He didn't practice or anything and goes and races Stanton.
Yeah,
and wins one of them.
He seriously did.
He didn't have any knee pads. He didn't have any gloves. He just and it's like
yeah, but that's Wardy, dude. He's so badass.
Wardy. What is he? 60 plus? Over 60, I would think, right?
Yeah, I would think.
That's pretty impressive.
Here's the other good part about that. Stan built one of those greats. He's been doing 50 starts a day for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and Wardy just hops on.
50 starts a day for 2 weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
So Wardy's a badass, man.
Yes.
He just got out there. And we want to get him in the group, you know. We want to take this thing on the road, have some fun with this thing. And it's really just about some fun bragging rights, you know. Stoked on it. I mean, most everyone out there was running the paddle. I had the paddle on there.
50-50.
Max's paddle was
I think
looking
so.
sick.
Yeah.
I definitely have learned something. Paddle, maybe slide my forks up.
Yeah,
I didn't do
yeah.
any of that. I think I need to do some of that next time.
You know what time it is, boys?
What
For
time
me,
is
it is Miller time.
It is Miller time.
Miller time.
It is time
Yeah,
to live
they
the
like
high
that back
life.
there.
I
They
need
like that back
somebody
there,
to
yes.
get me a Miller Lite. Corey, Jerry, you over there? You got some Miller Lights going? All right.
It's going to get pretty fun up here tonight. Thank you guys for doing it. And I'm going to say into the air, here's what I want to see happen. At one of these SMX playoff races or a Supercross, I want to say in the broadcast, it's halftime between the motos. I want to have the Jeremy McGrath holeshot challenge as part of the show with these fans at a race. I want to say it on the air. So we put some pressure on people.
Hey, look.
Now we're going to have
that's
to
the
start
goal.
testing
That's
again.
the goal, yeah. We're going to all show up with drag bikes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It would turn into that, right?
No,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to have to put some rules on it eventually because
Right?
that's what's going to happen. These guys are way too competitive to not
Oh,
change
yeah.
their bikes a little bit more than we did tonight. Again, but just stoked that MX Sports, you know, the whole crew around here really gave us a lot of leg room to get this thing going. I would like to thank my crew over there for helping us out.
Yep.
Big Scotty Bell for busting that gate every night. But yeah, we had a good time. We're going to get this thing on the road, and I want to see the same thing, Jace. Let's see this thing in Supercross. And
Let's do it.
Let's see some of us against Jet Lawrence. Let's see some of us against some of the top guys right now. So
Why not? Why
Let's
not?
go.
All right. Thanks to Jeremy
you, guys.
McGrath, Ivan Tedesco, Jeff Emig. It really is Miller time for Jeff Emig.
Thanks.
We got the drone shot. I want to thank our sponsors, Alpine Stars, FMF, ASV Levers, and Max's Tires.
Oh, you even got a
And
Miller. I
Monster
like it.
Energy for helping put on the whole shot challenge back there. It has been really fun coming to you live both nights. Thanks to the boys at Vurbmoto for putting this whole thing together on the backside to make sure it worked. And everyone that makes the event run, it's really good to see the coming together. They're getting fired up now of in-front moto racing who runs the MXGP series and everyone in the AMA, Pro Motocross, and MX Sports side. And the people got what they wanted. 3 great champions, the USA chant. We got to shut this stage down to get ready for the Moto Rave of Nations tonight with DJ Judd. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the folks at Verb for putting this on. And everybody enjoy your racing tomorrow afternoon.